I invite you to turn to Revelation chapter 17. And we just sang that song about melt me, he's melting us. So if I fall down, just stand me back up. In Revelation 17, we read, one of the seven angels who had the seven bowls came and said to me, "Come, I will show you the punishment of the great prostitute who sits on many waters. With her the kings of the earth committed adultery, and the inhabitants of the earth were intoxicated with the wine of her adulteries. Then the angel carried me away in the spirit into a desert. There I saw a woman sitting on a scarlet beast that was covered with blasphemous names and had 7 heads and 10 horns. The woman was dressed in purple and scarlet and was glittering with gold, precious stones, and pearls. She held a golden cup in her hand, filled with abominable things and the filth of her adulteries. This title was written on her forehead: Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of prostitutes, and of the abominations of the earth. I saw the woman that was drunk with the blood of the saints, the blood of those who bore testimony to Jesus. When I saw her, I was greatly astonished. Then the angel said to me, "Why are you astonished? I'll explain to you the mystery of the woman and of the beast she rides, which has the 7 heads and the 10 horns. The beast which you saw once was, now is not, and will come up out of the abyss and go to his destruction. The inhabitants of the earth, whose names have not been written in the book of life from the creation of the world, will be astonished when they see the beast, because he once was, now is not, and yet will come. This calls for a mind with wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 hills on which the woman sits. There are also 7 kings, 5 have fallen, one is, the other has not yet come. But when he does come, he must remain for a little while. The beast who once was, and now is not, is an 8th king. He belongs to the 7 and is going to his destruction. The 10 horns you saw are the 10 kings who have not yet received the kingdom, but who for 1 hour will receive authority as kings along with the beast. They have one purpose, and will give their power and authority to the beast. They will make war against the Lamb, but the Lamb will overcome them, because he is Lord of lords and King of kings. And with him will be his called, chosen, and faithful followers." Then the angel said to me, "The waters you saw where the prostitute sits are peoples, multitudes, nations, and languages. The beast and the 10 horns you saw will hate the prostitute. They will bring her to ruin and leave her naked. They will eat her flesh and burn her with fire. For God has put it into their hearts to accomplish his purpose by agreeing to give the beast their power to rule until God's words are fulfilled. The woman you saw is the great city that rules over the kings of the earth." Now, every now and then in John's vision we call Revelation, one of the characters in the vision, one of the people in the vision, in this case it's an angel, talks to John personally and invites him to come someplace and see something. This happens a couple times. And in Revelation 17, it's one of the 7 angels who had bowls. Remember, filled with God's wrath. Talk the last couple weeks about God's wrath being a good thing if you're on God's side, it's a bad thing if you're not. And in Revelation 17, he says, "Come, I will show you the punishment of the great prostitute who sits on many waters." You know, you see John carried away in the spirit into a desert where he sees a woman sitting on a scarlet beast covered with all kinds of blasphemous names, 7 heads, 10 horns, extravagantly dressed, holding a golden cup filled with the filth of her adulteries, with all these titles on her forehead: Mystery, Babylon the Great, mother of all prostitutes, abominations of the earth. And this woman was, get this, drunk with the blood of the saints, those who bore testimony to Jesus. This woman is a nasty, nasty woman. And if you love Jesus, and I'm sure you all do, if you love Jesus, this woman hates you, and she wants you dead. But don't worry, John sees her punishment. I say this all, oftentimes we see things wrong with the world, and we want the people doing the wrong to be punished. And we think if we could just appoint a special counsel or a special prosecutor or this and anything, no, we're waiting for Jesus. Because John sees her punishment. He sees her punishment. Unfortunately, before she's punished permanently, she's going to inflict a lot of damage. A lot of damage. John says in verse 6, he was astonished. And the angel says, "Why are you astonished? I'll explain to you the mystery." And the angel went on to tell John about this woman who rides this beast, as well as the beast. First, the beast. This beast has 7 heads and 10 horns, which indicates a very powerful worldview. It knows how to think. It's very powerful. A horn represents power. And the beast once was, now is not, and will come out of the abyss and go to his destruction. Now everyone will be astonished by the beast, but the angel tells John again, this calls for a mind with wisdom. Get your thinking cap on, because John is describing Satan himself as he describes the beast. And Satan once was. Jesus destroyed him on the cross. So now, in a sense, there's a sense that Jesus has bound Satan, so Satan is not. 1 John 3:8. One of my favorite verses, 1 John 3:8. Because I love the number 38 for whatever reason. It's my number. 1 John 3:8 says, the reason the Son of God appeared was to destroy the work of the devil. Satan's been defeated. Now, before you disagree, because when people disagree, you go, if Satan's been defeated, why is there so much evil in the world? Well, let me just say, the woman riding this beast is the key figure in this passage, because the woman gives life to the beast. Satan's a defeated foe, just like numerous terror leaders in the world have been defeated foes. Yet we still continue to fight against their ideology. Why? Because the battle wasn't against Osama bin Laden. He's been dead for years. The battle's against his way of thinking. And as long as there's people that are buying into that way of thinking, we're going to be at war with those people. And it doesn't matter. To some extent, it doesn't matter. Jesus defeated Satan on the cross. But as long as people continue to buy into Satan's line of thinking, it gives life to the beast. And how many times have you heard people say, well, it's just the nature of the beast? They're giving life to the beast because they're embracing his way of thinking. So we're at war with the forces of evil that are endeavoring to give life to Satan. This woman who's riding the beast is quite literally trying to ride his coattails. The way the angel describes her leads us to believe he's talking about the city of Rome. Rome's a city built on 7 hills. And the way John describes it, he's describing Rome. Now, you keep in mind, you can be executed for talking negatively against Rome in these days. Fortunately for John, he's already been exiled to an island, so he's up there all by himself. What are they going to do to him? They're going to have to find him in order to do anything to him. Rome was the most powerful kingdom of its day, the historical manifestation of the beast in John's day. They'd been around for a while, it was ruling at the time, and it would rule on into the future, but would eventually fall. As they all do, right? Kings and kingdoms will all pass away. Do you think that's all true? It's just true. Kings and kingdoms will all pass away. The beast is an 8th king who belongs to the 7 is going to destruction. Now, 7 is the number for perfection. If 7 is the number for completeness, why is there an 8th king? Well, because the beast isn't perfect or complete. It tries an 8th king. How many times in the Bible do we come across the number 7? How often do you come across the number 8? Because you don't need 8 more than 7. But the beast is an 8th king because the beast isn't perfect. And anything that's not perfect is going on to destruction. The only appearance Satan has left, if you want to look ahead, is in chapter 20, verse 7. We'll be there in a couple of weeks when he comes out of the mist and he goes to destruction. He's going to be, it's like they're going to let him out of prison just quick enough to throw him out. The 10 horns, or the 10 kings who haven't come around yet but will. And their sole purpose, I don't know if you caught some of the words, their sole purpose will be to give power and authority to the beast. Many people have tried to figure out the historic names to go along with these 10 kings, but that's not important here. Because there have been many kings and rulers throughout history who have persecuted Christians, far more than 10. But some people try to find, well, who are the worst 10? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter who they are. What's noteworthy here is who they give their authority to. They're giving their authority to the beast. You can give authority to anybody you want to. You can give your worship, your love, your devotion. You can give anybody you want to authority. They're giving it to the beast. And it's funny, they all have the same purpose, and that's to make war against Jesus. They serve the beast completely. They prostitute themselves with the woman who's riding the beast. If you ever wonder why some people say one thing 1 minute and another thing the next minute and think they're both right, because evil doesn't make sense, doesn't have to make sense. It just has to make war against the land. And verse 18 tells us this woman is the great city that rules over the kings of the earth. Verse 5 gives the title Babylon to this woman. Now Babylon is a reference to the city of dragging the beast, and the Jewish people were carried into exile. When they were carried into exile in Ezekiel's day, remember where they were carried to? Babylon. Babylon represents the seat of evil for the Jewish people. But see, if you go in the first century, the Jewish people and say Babylon, they would cringe because they're thinking of the 86 years they spent in captivity in Babylon. In John's day, it was Rome. Rome was the big, bad, evil kingdom in John's day. Today, one can make an argument for several different cities. And if you ever hear the way they talk about cities, they talk about it as if they're, you ever hear how they talk about Washington? They'll talk about Washington, D.C. as if it's saying something. Oh, what's coming out of Washington today? They're kind of giving it life, aren't they? They're giving it life. They talk about cities as if they're giving them life. The only thing we need to give life to is Jesus. Actually, He gives life to us. Right? We don't give Him anything that He's missing. He gives us what we need. Remember what John the angel said to John at the end of this chapter? He says, "Come, I will show you the punishment of the great cross that moves us on many waters. With whom the kings of earth have committed adultery, and the inhabitants of the earth intoxicated with the wine for adultery." That's spiritual adultery. And that's why they say certain people are in bed with the powers that be. You get that metaphor? I mean, it's a metaphor. The beast combines a worldview, a way of thinking, with tremendous power. If you don't buy into that, oh, they hate you with vigor. And John was astonished because why do people buy into that line of thinking? Why would anybody buy into a stupid line of thinking? But they do. But their destruction is kind of ironic. Evil's own destruction is within. It comes from within. Verse 16 says, "The beast with the 10 horns you saw will hate the prostitute. So bring her to ruin and leave her naked. They'll eat her flesh and burn her with fire. God has put it into their hearts to accomplish His purpose. But I agree to give the beast their power over the gospel word to do. Even though this woman is trying to give life to the beast hates her. Why? Because the beast can't be out there giving life to himself. Because he's been defeated. He hates her. And it's really kind of bizarre. That's the nature of evil. Isn't it? Have you heard this one? It's the nature of the beast. Evil only looks out for itself. Only looks out for itself. Even if somebody else is trying to help, they can't stand it. Because the beast is defeated. The woman rides the beast hates her. Evil's destruction is built into its own powerful ideology. It's built in. It's going to destroy itself. In the meantime, verse 14 says, "They'll make war against the Lamb will overcome them because He is the King of kings and Lord of lords." That's one of my favorite lines. And with Him, what we call His called, chosen, and faithful followers, they're making war against Jesus. They're making war against us because we embrace Jesus. They so badly want us to embrace their worldview and buy into their line of thinking. And they even use tactics that play upon our good principles and use them to soften us up so we embrace their worldview and welcome and include their evil and evil behavior. Well, you have to love me because you have to love everybody. We do love them. That doesn't make you right. That doesn't make anybody right or not. We can't be fooled, church. We can't get in them with the forces of evil, no matter how nice they look. That's the nature of why anybody falls for evil. It's why Eve ate a piece of fruit. That's why anybody does anything that's evil. You can't go there. You've been called by Jesus to something better. You've been chosen by the Lord for ministry in His name. Jesus died for your sins to destroy the work of the devil, not to embrace it. So the third thing's up to us. We're called, we're chosen, faithful followers. That's where our choice comes in. Are we following the King of Kings and Lord of Lords? Those who are in Christ will overcome. Those who choose to ride the beast might get ahead in this life. And they might do okay for a little while. It might look like it's going, but at the end of the day, when it all hits the fan, the beast hates them. And they won't know what to do. John saw that. I kind of wish I had seen what John saw because I get so angry sometimes I have to change the channel when I'm watching these people on TV. This guy's arguing with this guy. Totally agree with this guy, and I want to smack this guy. Are you with me? But how can you believe that? That's nonsense. And you just want to reach through the TV and kind of, it's like, listen, you're wrong. But they do it every night. Now, well, I watch it every night. Sometimes it's the same debate every night. And you wonder, when are these people going to see that Jesus is the only way? They're probably not, because they've made their bed, so to speak. John saw the destruction. We're not there yet. He's telling us about it. He's calling us to be the called, chosen, and faithful followers. So that's what we do. We follow the letter. So let's pray. Father God, give us the strength. Give us the strength of the peace of mind, Lord, to follow you no matter what the circumstances look like in the world, no matter who's saying what, no matter, Lord, it seems like every day, almost every day, we're seeing some situation where they're trying to prevent Christians from saying things or doing things in your name. Lord, we need to be faithful followers. That's what you call us to be. Lord, this evil world is doing what it does. Lord, we need to find a way to continue to be in this world, but not of the world, as we follow the light. It's in His name we pray. Amen.